Hi students, this is KV Ramana, lecturer of zoology. Today we are going to continue about the episode 10. In the last lecture we have discussed about the structure and functional unit of the respiratory system or lungs are called alveoli. Alveoli is a small sac-like structures which helps in exchange of gases. Right, we have learned very detailed information regarding the alveoli. Today we are going to talk about one of the important anatomical structure which is responsible for inspiration and expiration. Basically lungs cannot by themselves, they cannot inhale, right, because lungs are the spongy tissue, it does not have any type of muscles. So the anatomical structure which helps in inspiration and expiration of air, right. Today we are going to explain about what is the anatomical setup of lungs in the thoracic cavity. Generally, lungs and heart is present in the thorax or thoracic cavity or chest cavity. Lungs are present in the air-filled cavity. Where it is present? It is present in the air-filled chest cavity, right? How this thoracic case is formed? First of all, these lungs and heart is present in the thoracic cavity, but most of the thoracic cavity or chest cavity is occupied by a pair of lungs. You remember, a pair of lungs present in the chest cavity of the human beings. How this thoracic case is formed? Let us see what is meant by thoracic case. A covering of the thoracic cavity makes thoracic case. TEC have written, right? Thoracic cavity is formed by a covering of the thoracic cavity form a thoracic case, right? In this case, lungs and heart is present, right? So how this thoracic cavity is formed or case is formed? The case is formed by in all sides. They have to protect the lungs. All sides there is a covering will be there. Anterior surface. First of all, have to see that here. This anterior surface, there is a clavicle bone is present. That we can call as a shoulder bone. And neck also helps, right? So anterior part of the lungs is covered by or which helps to form the thoracic case by clavicle bone and neck. And posterior surface, the opposite part, the posterior surface of the thoracic cavity is formed by diaphragm. Let us see what is the function of diaphragm. In later classes we will see that. And next one is dorsal surface, ventral surface. Come to the dorsal surface, dorsal in the sense in the back surface. In the back side of our body there is a spinal cord is present. Spinal cord is enclosed by the vertebral column. Vertebral column is made up of vertebrae. So this vertebral column and a part of ribs also form the dorsal side of the rib case. Next to ventral surface, come to the front, we can see that a flat bone which we call as a breastbone or sternum. This sternum also helps to form a case, that is the thoracic case, and some part of rib also will be present in the ventral side of the body. Generally, some books they will give what is that? Dorsal surface of rib case is formed by the vertebral column. The ventral surface of thoracic case is formed by the sternum. But a part of ribs also present in the ventral side as well as dorsal side. Next, lateral surface, come to the sideward. There is a ribs are flattened in the sense there is a curved ribs are present. There are 12 pairs of ribs helps to form the rib case. So thoracic case is formed by the anterior surface is clavicles and neck, right? Next, dorsal surface is formed by vertebral column and a part of ribs. Ventral surface is formed by sternum and a part of ribs. Lateral surface is formed by the ribs. Okay, these all, next anterior is a clavicle bone, neck and posterior part is covered by the diaphragm, right? So along with that, some important parts they have given in the thoracic cavity, right? If you see the lungs, both lungs, the lower surface of the lungs, there is a base will be there. This base is concave. The base is concave surface. And if you see the opposite part, that is the apex. Apex is a narrow, right? Base is a broad. If you see the lungs of the basal surface, base is the broad. The apical surface, if you see that is apex part, it is a narrow, right? Next, both lungs are surrounded by the costal surfaces. That is the costal cartilaginous surface will be there, which is formed by the ribs and all. Next, very important thing I want to say, where the heart is present, the exact location of the heart is mediastinal surface or mediastinum, right? And some part of left some part of left lung also gives us space for heart, that is called cardiac notch. Next, one more part I want to say, that is a hilum. Hilum or hilus. Hilum or hilus, it is a part of where the primary bronchi opens into the respective lungs. That is, the right primary bronchi opens into right lung, left primary bronchi opens into left lung. The entry and exit of bronchi, blood vessels, nerve endings and lymphatic vessels and pulmonary vessels takes place. This part of the opening is called hilum or hilum or hilus. Hilus is nothing but there is a exit or entry. Why it is a exit and entry? Some vessels must be enter into the lungs, that is the pulmonary arteries. Some vessels take the blood away from the lungs, that is the pulmonary veins. Like that, we can see that some efferent nerves will be entering the nerve, some efferent nerves take the information from it. Like that, this hilum helps to entry of bronchi and blood vessels and lymph vessels, some pulmonary vessels, like that. That is a part of thoracic case. Now, how this diaphragm helps in, right? So here I want to say about regarding the rib case. I told you already, lungs cannot draw the air by themselves. The reason is lungs are not made up of a muscle, it is a spongy tissue. But how a change occur in the thoracic cavity, it influence on the lungs. That is, a change will be started by the very important muscle that we can call as a diaphragm. Diaphragm is a muscular septum. Septum is nothing but a separation, right? What it separate? It is made up of a muscle which separate the chest cavity and abdominal cavity. That's why it is a septum, which is found only in mammals. Nana, very very important, a significant character of the mammals are presence of diaphragm. Diaphragm is present in mammals and crocodile only. Remain animals, diaphragm is absent. What is the shape of the diaphragm? If you see very clearly, it is a dome like. That means the diaphragm is a dome shaped organ. Some curve will be there. One side is a, what is that? Concave, one side is a concave, this side is a concave, this side is a convex surface will be there. That's why it shows the dome like. Next, what is the role of this diaphragm? Diaphragm mainly, it divides the body cavity. There are two body cavities I told you. One is chest cavity, one is abdominal cavity. The body cavity into two upper thoracic cavity, lower abdominal cavity. That means this diaphragm helps to separate the upper thoracic cavity, lower abdominal cavity. Abdominal cavity, right? Next important thing is what is the muscles are present in the diaphragm? Generally, radial muscles are present in the diaphragm, right? I told you initially, what is that? It is a muscular septum. That means diaphragm is made up of a muscle. The name of the muscles which are present in the diaphragm is called radial muscles. These radial muscles are how it is origin, very important. It is originated from periphery. Periphery means from the sideward, it slowly enter into the center. That's important. These radial muscles are during embryonic formation. These muscles are originated from the periphery to the center, right? Next, and center inserted into the central region of the diaphragm, right? So what is the use of, what is the importance of the diaphragm in the mammals, right? Now let us see, when the diaphragm contracts, right? This is a normal shape of the diaphragm, that is we can call as a dome shaped. When this diaphragm is contraction is nothing but some energy is required. When the diaphragm is contract, at that time what happens, it become a flatten in shape. Now when the contraction takes place, immediately what happened? The dome shaped diaphragm become a flatten. What do you mean here, right? Let you see that what is the function of the diaphragm. Generally, diaphragm is a dome shaped organ or muscular septum which normally a dome shaped, but during contraction it become a flat. Now due to flattened diaphragm, the thoracic cavity, the volume of thoracic cavity will be increases. Whenever the thoracic cavity volume increases, automatically pressure will be decreases. Compare with the atmospheric pressure, okay, there is a negative pressure is created by the contraction of diaphragm. So whenever the negative pressure is created in the pulmonary cavity, then automatically the inhalation of entry of air takes place, right? So the air moves from its high pressure to its low pressure. Finally what happens now, the air is enters from the atmosphere into lungs through the external nostrils, nasal cavity, internal nostrils, pharynx, larynx, trachea, primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, tertiary bronchi, primary bronchioles, secondary bronchioles, tertiary bronchioles, terminal bronchioles, and respiratory bronchiole, alveolar duct, alveolar sac, finally entering the alveoli, right? This is a use of diaphragm. Let us see in the next class, we'll talk about the one of the important muscles which helps in the respiration. Those are called intercostal muscles. Thank you.